What's up, guys? Maxwell here. So today I want to talk to you all about physical appearance isn't everything, but at the same time, don't settle. Because obviously, in the world that we live in, it is so over-sexualized. Obviously, that's the most obvious truth ever. I mean, it's going to unfortunately increasingly grow more so that because of the us living in the last days, the Book of Revelation. But one important value I want to instill, and this is something that, as you guys have seen on my channel, I'm always documenting myself. I'm not sharing everything because I've completely mastered it, which I would love to continue to see that, because then I can have something applicable to continue to give back in a way where, you know, I'm fully secure within myself, and in a foolproof way where others can receive information from. But as of now, you know, as of currently with these videos, it's always been me learning as I go, and I thank you guys for continuing to be on this journey with me. But when it comes to, you know, wanting to date somebody that you know for a fact is going to be your wife in the future, I learned that, for one, don't settle. By that I mean, don't feel like you're obligated to date certain people because you feel bad for them, or because if you don't, you'll be a bad person. Because I know this is just the most oversaturated phrase, but really people are so spot on when they say there are so many fish in the sea, because at the end of the day, everybody has their type. God knows who your type is. You just have to trust in Him for you to not only be patient with Him, but also for you to focus solely on your purpose. And that's not to say that you're not going to be, you know, yearning or longing for somebody, or you're going to find certain types of people attractive. Like, obviously that's how God made us. God gave us that ability to feel attraction towards other people. But at the same time, don't force yourself to be attracted to people that you're not attracted to. Because God made somebody for everybody. And it's not your job to fit this mold of, oh man, I have to be the hero, and making this person feel like they're worthy, even though they don't feel worth within themselves. That person has to feel worth within themselves in order for that person to find somebody that they're most attracted to, you know. Because, for example, what one person may not be attracted to, that doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that's just what they're not attracted to. They're all different shapes and sizes. God made somebody attracted to somebody else for, you know, everybody's biologically attracted to different types of people, you know. It is, not to settle, and at the same time too, it's also important to not base your soul compatibility based on how attractive somebody is. Because, for one, when somebody is so attractive to the point when you're thinking down there instead of thinking up here, then you're going to be in a world of hurt, because you're going to be thinking with your sexual desires instead of thinking with your own discernment of whether or not this person is actually good for you. and that is a lot of that is a trap that so many men fall into with going on the websites, with the X-rated websites, and just going crazy. You know, men especially, their discernment is just thrown all away because all they're thinking is sex, instead of is this person actually good for me? Because God does have somebody out there for you, and I myself I'm also waiting for that. That's not to say that I'm desperate, because God is reminding me of purpose and the hobbies and the activities that I love, which took some time to fully focus with, because the enemy was creating a lot of barriers last year in terms of in terms of pursuing the sub hobbies that were really important to me. So I'm glad that God helped to work through me to focus on what is on holistic, artistic, just achievements, because because really when you limit yourself to your career, to your goals, when you put yourself in a box of, oh, I should do this, or I shouldn't do this, when you put labels on all the goals that you want to accomplish, then you not only are you giving the enemy room, but at the same time you're also you're also taking away worth within yourself, worth within what you deserve to do, and you're pedestalizing the idea of having a woman in your life, because you think that, oh, this woman will fill in the hole of the disregard that I feel towards these goals. And that's something that I did feel. I felt, man, in the past, I did this whole senior retention journey, just to be in a relationship, and because my focus was solely on, oh, I need to do this journey to get in a relationship, because I wanted that outcome so bad, I limited my reserves of what I was doing in the moment, what I was doing creatively. I put so much strain and put so much limit on what mattered to me. I boxed myself in for what creative goals I should and shouldn't do, in terms of, oh, like I mentioned, oh man, this is fun, oh no, this is stupid. And because of that, I gave more power to the devil's lie that my life will only be fulfilling if I have a woman in my life. And that is the biggest trap I want everybody watching, whoever's on this journey, who's just starting the journey, who's been on it in a while. Similar to the past video, you really need to have the utmost respect for yourself, because not only are you created in the image of God, but you have the utmost potential. And your potential, and yes, God didn't created man to be with a woman and a woman to be with a man, but that's not all you were created for. You are destined for so much greatness that you deserve to have the utmost respect with everything that you do. Don't limit yourself because the world doesn't understand what you want to pursue. And it's never too late. You could be somebody who's disregarded accomplishing something for years and years and years because you didn't extract the lies that the devil was telling you. But now is your time. There's this quote where it goes, the first best time to plant a tree was years ago. The next best time is now. I think that's how it goes. I'm paraphrasing. But there's always another now. And it's not going to come overnight. Your it's going to take time to extract the enemy's lies, but really this whole journey of ending myself, putting a woman on a pedestal, putting a relationship on a pedestal, really taught me that because of my lack of discernment and because of me settling, then that's why I ended up being more miserable than I thought I would, because I sacrificed my own self-respect because I thought that being in a relationship or just having a relationship would fill this hole within me. But at the same time, it distracted me even more from the goals that God wanted me to fulfill. And we need to remind ourselves that everything that we do is worth doing. At the same time, the person that we deserve in our lives, they are also worth pursuing. And by pursuing, I'm not meaning chasing. I mean that pursuit and that journey in finding the person that God has for you. That person is out there. That person that you're going to marry, that not only do you find attractive, but also somebody you deeply love and deeply respect, and that person loves and respects themselves, and both of you love and respect yourself. Those people are out there. And this all comes from where the heart is, where the heart posture is. Because if your heart is filled with lust, then your discernment will be corrupted. It's important to, of course it's important to not sell yourself short, and to have somebody in life that is that you feel you cannot get enough of when you see them. But at the same time, you have to look at the fruits of that person, in terms of not only how is their walk with Jesus, because I am far from where I would say where I want to be with Jesus, but I'm sticking with him. I say that because I'm young. I'm 23 years old. I still have growth to do, and being on the semen retention journey will be, just monumental. There's a huge shift right now in this journey, and really, it's also about seeing how far you've also grown and also have come with your walk with Jesus, because Jesus sees your growth, and to throw it all away because of mistakes you've made in the past is a huge disrespect to how God sees you. So never settle, but at the same time, have discernment and accept yourself in the process, and use your lessons, use the mistakes, use the pain, use the heartache, use everything, every piece of knowledge that you've picked up over your journey with God as a way to just consistently fuel you and not deter you. And because you are always growing. You are always growing through your mistakes. The only time that you are backsliding is the moment that you actually give up and you think that God isn't real, and you just forsake the life that God has already given you. That is the moment that you've truly just stopped making progress altogether